kids, next on our little demos of readings that have no other purpose than to show you how I read, I'm going to use another deck that I've said many times this year, as in the last few months, actually, has become kind of a companion and lover, and did not expect it, you know. When you least expect it, love shows up. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa Descourt. It is a deck that does two things I don't usually like. It is Waite Smith-based, it is Thoth-based, and somehow transcends both of those things. So again, this is a series I'm doing where I'm just going to do a general reading using random card pulls and show you how I do it. For no other purpose than maybe it'll help you learn. So, these aren't readings for anyone, they're just readings. So, Five of Wands, King of Wands. So, out of the gate, like, before I lay anything else down, I know that I'm dealing with a Wands reading because my center card and my top left card are going to be, are not going to be, they are Wands cards. So, that is something I'm looking for automatically. This is a deck that has keywords, and so I'll show you how I incorporate or don't. God, I love this deck. How I incorporate or don't those keywords. So, as I have said, I'm going to start in the middle and go to the top left. Both of those are fire cards. Five of Wands, King of Wands. Rest of the cards are Five of Cups, Disappointment. Four of Swords, Truce. Five of Pentacles, Worry. Prince of Wands, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Works, and the Star. We have a lot of Wands cards. We have a lot of fire. So this is a fire-centric reading. King, Five, Prince, Ace. We only have one Cups card, the Five of Cups. We only have one Swords card, the Four of Swords. We have two Pentacles cards, Five and the Three. We have one Major, the Star. The Star is the end of the reading. So that's always the thing that I'm going to think about too. Particularly because the Star card is a directionality card. For me, it's your compass. So this is either going to tell me what my compass is, or my client's compass is, or that they need one, is traditionally how I see things happening. This is a deck where there's not a lot of flow in terms of, you know, images or characters working together directionally. Doesn't really matter much. I'm going to start with my first two cards as always. I don't always, but this time I'm going to. Five of Wands, King of Wands. Now, this card is called Strife in the Thoth system. It is typically a conflict-riddled card. Fives are upheaval. Fives are, in essence, fives are the most unstable of all the odd numbers. For some reason to me, they just represent instability. But again, like the Tower, that can be good. I don't have enough context yet to know whether this is good or bad because I don't have a question. I also have the King of Wands. The King of Wands, the kings of their suits kind of embody the lesson of that suit. They've learned all the lessons of that suit. So when I see a king or a queen, I'm almost always thinking they're working in a good way. But I still don't know that here. What I see is a person who's spreading fire, and I'm getting an evangelical tinge to that. For some reason, it just popped into my mind. So I'm gonna live with that a little bit as I start exploring. I don't have a clear thesis yet. I have you spreading fire, willfully, gleefully, delightfully. A thing that I don't know whether it means anything or not yet is that the King of Wands is writing out of the reading. So, interesting beginning of a thesis, but I don't yet know what I'm dealing with. Spreading fire, evangelicalism, something. King of Wands, Five of Cups, Four of Swords. Now, I am getting a strong vibe here because the Knight is facing this way, the Five of Cups is facing this way. It's another five, so it's another upheaval card, emotional upheaval. After a series of, or a length of banality, sort of mental lack of stimulation. So I would get a picture of someone who's actually been in sort of a long time of feeling disappointed, a long time of feeling like I'm waiting for the thing. So now I start to get a picture of someone who has been in this Four of Swords state of like mental stagnation and just not loving it, just not feeling love, just not. And they've actually lit their own spark to shake that up. The Five of Cups is actually going to boil the Five of Water. The Five of Wands is going to boil the Five of Cups. If we stay there, that's going to shake it up. It's going to make steam. So there's an interesting sort of elemental thing here going on. So they're turning their back on stasis. They're turning their back on disappointment. So the key word here is giving me something valuable. Strife, not so much yet. Truce, not at all. All right, I've got a sense of the top row. Now I'm going to go to the middle row. Five of Pentacles, another 5. So how many 5s do we have? 3 5s. We have an odd number of 5s. And 3s are expansive. They grow. So this fire is growing, right? This is an expanding fire, and this is a time of upheaval. This is a time of shaking shit up. And that makes sense, given how bad this was for them. Is this going to be a good thing? Well, it's not going to be an easy thing. Life is going to require some major shakeups. That said, you're done. You're done with this. You are the Prince of Wands, you're the King of Wands, so the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands are both here. It doesn't matter whether it's going to be hard, because it's time to do it. And so now the evangelical quality is an eternal one. I don't think spreading fire through the woods, I don't think this is spreading fire through everyone's lives. I think it's spreading a fire through your own life. Your dedication to this shakeup should be evangelical. Bottom row, Ace of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, the Star. Ace of Wands. So now we kind of take all this fire. Normally I would say we diminish it, but I think we focus it on a thing, on a project, on something that is given specifically, practically, tangibly in your life. You can take this fire, put it into something that's going to set your direction. I don't know what that thing is yet. When I read the columns, maybe it is. Maybe the client knows. I don't know. Sometimes readings will tell us specifically. Sometimes it could be any number of things. I think most of the time people know, but now I'm going to read the columns. King of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You can worry about going. You can think about how hard this is going to be, but you're already on the journey anyway. It's happening. So you might as well just go for the ride. And keep in focus. The ace is giving me focus in this case. That's not a common association I give to aces, but in this case, it's taking all the fire and bringing it to a point. And so it's giving me focus. So you might as well, you're doing it anyway, you might as well go there. You might as well focus on it. You might as well give your intent and intention to it. Middle column, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. This is an interesting row. It's not speaking in any shocking way. It's actually kind of telling me to mine all this shit for progress. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you've gone through some stuff you don't like. You might as well take advantage of it. You might as well use it to your advantage and enhance, improve, expand your life, your earnings, whatever that means for you. Last row, 4 of Swords, Prince of Wands, and the Star. Interesting to come back to the 4 of Swords and its stability, because it was such a negative thing earlier. You're moving on from it. You're breaking through of it. You're going where you're inevitably go. You're going in, this is like a life path thing. I don't believe in like, it's meant to be, but like if there's an it's meant to be, this is an it's meant to be journey. Set your course and go there. Be fueled by the disappointments. Be fueled by the fact that life hasn't been what you want it to be. You're going, so go. That's sort of what this reading says to me. Knightings aren't giving me much. All the knights cards, all the fire cards kind of knight to each other. And the other knightings don't really tell me anything I don't already know. So I don't need them in this case, which is a lovely thing sometimes. So that's that. That's this reading. As always, take care, be good, and we will talk soon.